Eric Moore the second. EricMoore.
Okay. Ma'am?
Kaylee Christina Moore. KayleighMoore.
I'll ask you guys some questions. Just look at me when you answer. We're gonna try and make this a conversation with him and Miss Jones here. Take me back to Killeen Airport last year.
When he got home.
When he left. How hard was that for you guys?
The hardest part was envisioning him being gone for was a year. So I thought about homecoming was that night. He left the day of homecoming. So I was like, that night I ain't gonna have a dad to come back to. He ain't gonna be able to like do suit and tie and everything. And we just went out and talked about doing it forever. So he just wouldn't be there. I know I planned on going to prom before COVID, so he wouldn't be there for that either. My first year of varsity baseball, it's just a lot of stuff that I felt like he would miss. So I wanted him there. That was the hardest part, seeing that.
Kaylee, from halfway across the world, when you needed help with math, when you needed help with science, your dad was there on the iPad with you or on the computer. How much did that help with him being gone to still be able to ask for his help?
It still helped me, but sometimes the math was wrong, and my mom would be there to help me. And my dad, he would fall asleep, and I would try to wake him up.
That's funny.
So we would fall asleep, and my mom would hang up because that wasn't really helping. And I thought if he was here, it would help a lot more.
Eric, I know that your parents both mentioned that early last week you started to get suspicious.
Yes.
Did you kind of have it figured out, or did your mom kind of throw you off the path a little bit there?
She threw me off, both of them. Well, he didn't. He's very bad. He's not very good at misdirection. Me, my best friend, both my best friends, I was asked to go to his house, and she said, no, we have something planned. And I was like, for the past 12 months, we've never had anything just planned. Like, anything that happened just came up. And then all of a sudden, my dad had missions. I never heard of a mission before. So I was like, this is not adding up. So I texted my best friend. She was like, it's got to happen. I texted him. He was like, I wish, but man, I just wish I could be there. I told my mom. She was like, where you getting that from? You know. She told me my brother, my goddad, my auntie, a whole bunch of people was what he had planned, which made sense. So I was like, man. I got sad again. I was like, I gave my hopes up. He ain't coming. So I had to get back to normal.
One of the things your mom showed me was that over the summer, you're trying to get ready for your junior year here at Heights. And you guys would mirror each other's workouts from halfway across the world. Which I think is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yes, sir.
Take me through that. How'd that idea come up, and how did you guys go about that?
He challenged me. So he always challenges me to be better. So he challenged me. He was like, I'm old, because I always make old jokes. He was like, I'm old, but I still do this better than you. I was like, okay, bet. So I went and did it with him. And, he beat me. Just a little bit. But it was cool. It was cool seeing it side by side, us doing it at the same time. It was a cool experience.
Were you able to feel connected with him
Yes,
as best as you could at that
Yes,
kid?
sir.
Kaylee, doorbell rings Friday. Take me through that little 15-minute stretch from the time the doorbell rings until you guys are in the car going to your brother's game.
So when the doorbell rang, I went to check the camera, but it was blocked. I couldn't see anything but black. So me and my sister ran to the door, and I opened it, and I saw my dad. And I thought for a moment, that couldn't be him. There's no way. Because in his video calls, it looked like he was at his house in Korea. And it looked nothing like he was on the plane. So I thought it couldn't be him. But I still ran to him anyway. And it was him.
How much fun was that little trampoline session you guys had before the game?
It was really fun.
Deuce, you get into the locker room, and it seems like a normal Friday at that point. You go out on the field and you stretch. You go back into the locker room, you put your pads on, you go warm up. You come in, Coach Edwards does his thing. And Coach Edwards is a fiery guy, so I can imagine what that pregame speech is normally like. Then he hands the mic off and just kind of walks to the side. Take me through that pregame speech Friday until you guys ran out on the field against Eastview.
So, I thought we made jokes about who it was going to be, right? We was like, it's going to be a UMHB coach. Somebody said Nick Saban is coming. They said all types of stuff, The Rock. And then in walks this man in the uniform. I hear his voice first, but I'm like, that's not him. That's not him. And then I see him, and I was like, wow, that's my dad. So I'm stuck for a minute. And I walk up to him, I just hug him. I mean, it's all I could do. I couldn't say anything. I just hug him. Tears. I was trying not to cry, trying to be, starting linebacker in front of my teammates. I couldn't do it. But yeah, it was an amazing moment.
Best pregame speech ever?
Ever. Leave it all on the field. I remember for the rest of my life. That's what he said. Leave it all on the field.
Then you go out and you play Eastview. How do you feel on the field as toe meets leather and you're lining up on defense the first time?
Everybody pat me on my helmet. It was like, you got to do good now, dudes. I was like, yeah, I know. After every play, I get up and I look over there because he's over there by the sideline. After every play, I go look at him. He just over there like this, just watching. So it was great.
After your first decal with dads, not having him there, but then your second game on varsity, he's right there. Literally as close as he could possibly be.
Yes.
After being on the other side of the world.
Yes.
What kind of whirlwind has the past 3.5, 4 days been?
It's been completely different. Like, my whole persona has changed. My whole mood at home, it's just changed. After seeing my mom struggle the past 12 months, and I'm seeing it. I know she's going through it with me. I'm giving her trouble. My sisters, everybody. And I know it's a lot on her. So now that my dad back, here to take some stress off of her, help with the girls, help with me, seeing her be able to relax, it just calms me down. It's a better household.
What was the first thing you told your dad, both of you? What was the first thing you guys told him when you hugged him?
I can't remember because there was so much in my mind. I know I said I love you. Somewhere during the embrace, I said I love you. I was just like, wow. Like, I was speechless. I couldn't say anything. Like, nothing came out. So, after the embrace, we talked about like the game, like like he had never been gone. It was crazy. So I loved it.
Kaylee, when you saw your dad and you ran up to him and hugged him, in disbelief even, what was the first thing you told him?
I really couldn't say anything. because I was so happy he was home. I was crying so much. I couldn't believe he was home. And then I said, I love you. He said, I love you too.
Is there anything either of you guys want to add? Anything you think I'm missing?
I want to say thank you to all my friends and family, coaches, everybody that stepped in to help when he was absent. You know, it just it really helped a lot. More than I can express to them, more than they would ever know. So.
Guys, I really appreciate you guys being willing to talk to me. I'm going to tell you right now, after these interviews, I'm going to move it to after the game on Sunday.
Okay.
It's our most watched show of the week anyway.
It's too easy.
I'm listening. I'm doing these interviews and I'm listening to them like, oh wow, these are. No, you guys are an awesome family, and thank you guys for everything you guys have done for all of us. And
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
yeah, no, thank you guys for talking with me too. That's.
I feel like we just had family therapy sessions. Kayla, how you feel about the math? I feel like we was getting them right though. I feel like
They were wrong.
You actually did get it right, Katie. A lot of days.
I did fall asleep every time though. I did leave
Mike
that
fell
out.
asleep. He was looking at him. He was like.
I put that battery was brand new yesterday, and that one I put on today.
I was trying to laugh. He was looking at it. I was like, oh man.
I was trying not to look at it because you said look at you, but
That's
looked at it
the
one
hard
time.
part, because even I get distracted.
So
I'll stay up on Friday nights and I'm like, oh cool, now I look like I'm finding a bumblebee.
So Sunday.
Sunday
so
night
it's gonna run.
after the what is the Sunday night game this week?
I don't have a clue.
Whatever the Sunday night game is. It's not Cowboys because I know I'm doing it from home.
So this is So what to expect? It's like a video,
It'll be
snippets of the interview,
Mhm.
things like that. Okay.
pieces of the interview placed throughout, and the videos, some of the videos that she sent me, and I know she said that she has some pictures and other videos she's going to send me as well.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Some video that I got from during the game of you guys watching, of him in center field and him at the plate.
Okay.
I didn't follow you.
Please.
I won't show anything that you'll want to hit me for.
Thank you so much. It wasn't my best.
I was a basketball player. I know how athletes are.
Cameras.
Even at two-a-days when I'm shooting like passing drills and it's an incomplete pass, I mark it so that I know don't use this.
Not this one. This
The last
ain't
thing
it.
I want is a coach texting me going, "Why you got to show our passing game?"
Right, like not this one. This ain't it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so just whenever you have a chance, and I'll start working and get it ready for Sunday night and Sunday.
Okay.